$130 off there at preparewithalex.com, and I cannot encourage you enough to get these air filters. They really do help. They clear the air, and it's a noticeable difference in my own home. So with that out of the way, with my supplication to you, hopefully genuinely given and genuinely received, I now go to my guest, who is Tyler Nixon, of course, lawyer, and he's here to really break down what we're seeing in the fight for the election, the fight to expose and compensate for the fraud that we've seen across the country. Tyler, thanks so much for coming on.
Good to be with you, Harrison, as always.
You can see here, I can hardly handle just the sheer number of stories that
Roscoe Myers, what's up, man? You are the first one to show up, from what I can see.
Where is the movement now to correct the fraud, to discover and undo the fraud that has seen Joe Biden proclaim himself president of the United States?
What is up, people?
Well, I mean,
Sean Thompson, what's up?
Filing lawsuits, obviously. A victory today in Pennsylvania concerning
what's up, people?
Late ballots that came in are not going to be counted. And I think what it is you're not going to see, like we did in Florida in 2000, I think it come down to a single
what is up, guys?
A single place or even a single
Roberto,
process.
what's up, man?
What you're going to see is an aggregation.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Larger case being made that probably will end up in the Supreme Court, at least on a number of issues, in which you have systematic
start to
fraud,
pick up a little bit.
Systematic election fraud going on. And I sent you that article earlier today. I mean, the statistical analysis concerning how the votes came in, what the breakdown was, the massive number of Joe Biden votes.
Really getting at this whole thing with the votes is
all those factors. I think
it is really getting started, and I think it's just getting started.
These states, and of
there's
course,
a ton of stuff happening.
These crucial swing states where the margins are really close. So just that
and always in one direction, right? It's like you have all these anomalies, all these glitches.
What is up, Jason Haverin? What's up, man? Crypto dictator.
Yeah, that seems to be
what's going down? I know Biden and Luke. Yep, they are definitely crooks. Send me a link for USA of General retired talking about Hammer. And, oh yeah, send that, man. I heard about that earlier.
I think that from what I've seen, 250 pages of affidavits. I mean, it's going to be one of these things. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Well, I think these people have gotten so far ahead of their skis. I mean, they're off the cliff, and it's going to be a righteous,
these guys, boy,
righteous day and a righteous, frankly, vindication.
So these people, what they're doing, they're, I'm really kind of bad. I've been going back and forth with this guy on Twitter. I mean, really kind of he's just really a punching bag.
Aren't fraud.
He's not very, okay, well, I'm not going to say he's not very smart, but he doesn't seem like he's a super intelligent person, because like his responses are extremely unsophisticated. So I've been just really using him as a punching bag, and I kind of feel bad because, honestly, I understand that the people that really are behind Biden, they really don't know what's going on. They don't know why Biden is not good for this country. And they don't know that ultimately it means if he was to become president, it would mean the destruction of this country. I mean, honestly, it would mean the destruction of the world, because the U.S. is the only country standing in the way. I mean, let's just be honest. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy that people kind of follow it, but hey, whatever. So, 1 second. One second. I'm just changing the title on the video. All right. So here we are with this situation with, I was looking up this whole recount thing. Well, anyway, so crypto's pumping. It seems like Bitcoin is already over. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go there. Let's go to live coin watch. Yeah, Bitcoin is sitting at over $16,000. So we all know that once Bitcoin really starts to pump, it just dumps into everything else. Once it's really gotten up there. It's funny that it's doing it now with all of this craziness going on, but hey, I guess we have to take it. XRP has been, as you can see, just kind of up and down a bit, but hey, I filled my bags a little bit more today. I mean, not sure if it's going to go down anymore. I think it might be, I think this may be our last time to really buy. I could be wrong, but you never know. So many other things. I've heard a lot of information about, a lot of things about VET. Just it's really kind of going down. A lot of stuff happening. But VET, man, it's kind of moved down a bit. I think right now is a good. Well, I know I got it cheaper than that. But either way, I think if you're gonna invest, I think now is the time. I personally believe Trump will be back in soon. I mean, well, he'll be the president again. I don't, because the thing is that even if they were able to throw out enough votes for Trump, because that's one of the major problems right there. They threw out so many Trump votes, and they haven't even gone over that. They found a lot of ballots that were just out, just put off to the side, thrown in the trash and all that stuff. They did so much of that. I'm just wondering how that's going to turn out as far as the popular vote there. But guys, you got to remember too, what really selects the president is the electoral college, because even after this whole popular vote thing, about the votes, it still has to go. It has to go through the whole process, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people are not necessarily saying straight out that Trump is going to win, but I mean, he's going to stay in. I'm fairly sure of that. There's always a chance that Biden could stay, but I mean, with all the evidence that's being just put out there, there's so many people coming out, the whistleblowers and all of that stuff. Guys, hold on. What? Oh, well, anyway. Something happened there. One second. Let's see what we got here. Bro, XRP, 10 days of darkness seems to have started too. Yeah, very, very true. What's up, Alex Yeet? Wow, my man, brother Free Corner. Much love. Much love to you too, brother. Much love. Darcy B, what's up, Bart? Darcy B. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's take a look at this link here. Let me see. Hold on. Hold up. See if I can actually get it to show up. There we go.
We are being censored.
Yeah, let's see. See if I can get past this. I'm going to see if I can actually maybe play this. Hold up. All right. You know what? Let's give this a try here. Well, this is not going to be it.
Security today. Now, many folks and viewers have been hearing a lot about something called Hammer and Scorecard. First, tell everybody what it is.
Thanks a lot, Sean, for dropping that, man.
Hammer is a surveillance tool designed to seek out terrorists, started in 2003. It was converted by the Biden administration.
Yeah, I
into
saw
a
this one
surveillance
earlier, actually.
tool to listen to American people and record what they were doing. The scorecard is an application like on your iPhone that can manipulate voting data, keep it within 3% so it's not obvious, but switch it from Trump to Biden, which the Democrats did in this election. And it is clearly one of the most
I'll check that out, bro. XRP.
ways
I'll check it out.
of changing voting.
I saw
there
that
is today, and this was the first
I
massive
saw
attack
that video come out,
in
but
the
I'm going to check it
United
out
States
for sure.
history. So
Now,
there'll be no more free election, Chris, after this one,
Yes.
if we get this issue resolved.
well, General, I got to ask, because is there verifiable information that the Trump administration can use, that our citizens can see, that we can say that it was
seriously.
deployed in
There's
this
so much
election
evidence, it's
against
crazy.
American voters?
Yes, and we will show specifically at what time, for instance,
Yes,
in
sir,
Michigan
Carl.
at
Yes, sir.
0400 on the 4th of November, 138,000 votes came in for Biden. We'll show a whole host of these that around the country in the key battleground states that were attacked, the time and how many votes were changed. And we'll have to compare it manually to the votes that went in to the Secretary of State's office and then that came out, the differential. Because they all realize, I think, that the voting machines are not hooked up to the internet. There are some in Texas that are, but in general they are. They're bundled, go up to the state Secretary of State, and there at certain points they're shifted onto the internet and distributed. And that's where Hammer is put in, and they put the scorecard application on it and manufacture a different vote total, in this particular case, in favor of Biden. This has to be proved because it'll have to go to a court of law.
In general, of course, this all begs the question now: if this is going to be demonstrated and shown, who has the
Wait a
sophistication?
minute. Can you guys see the video that I'm playing? Let me know if you can or you can't. You should be able to see it. I can see it. Oh, wait. No. Hold up. No. My bad. It's not based on my screen. Hold up. Let me, my bad. My BAD. There we go. I forgot the way this is set up. It's set up according to the screen. All right, let's try this again.
And manufacture a different vote total, in this particular case,
There we
in
go.
favor of Biden. This has to be proved because it'll have to go to a court of law.
In general, of course, this all begs the question now: if this is going to be demonstrated and shown, who has the sophistication and the technical
So Carl says
technology
he's part of a
advanced
quick
enough
response
to
team
pull
with-
something off like this?
Carl says he's part of a quick response team with private security for riots, looting. We're on a bug out bag ready status. Oh, really? Okay. That's what I'm talking about, Carl. It looks like maybe Antifa. I know there. Did you hear about the caravan from that's going to the Capitol, Carl?
Who did if this did happen? Who did it to us?
Well, I don't know who specifically did it to us, but the fact is, and I'm just starting to hear that the Russians and the Chinese were playing with us as well.
Holy
And so I
moly,
can't
what's
give you
up?
the names. I can tell you
Thanks for joining.
that Jim Clapper and John
Crypto
Brennan,
time is
the
here.
former DNI and former
Man, the group is back.
director of the CIA, were involved with the program. 2 weeks after President Obama came in, they shifted it over to a separate CIA facility and went and started listening to U.S. So the people I don't know exactly, but it benefited the Democratic Party. So obviously they were involved with it to shift the voting. And the reason that's important and a great question, Chris, is because you've got to look at the whole situation that we're involved with. Here you had Vice President Biden had a record number of votes, larger than Barack Obama. Now, for a person that didn't do any campaigning, and the largest crowd he had were 12 cars with people blowing horns, never getting out of the basement, did not do one press conference that was an hour long and got real questions, to have gotten the number of votes, the record number of votes he got, that in fact belies the smell test, if you will.
Yep.
And so these other
Guac girl,
what we call,
what's up? Thank you for coming.
Points of interest or patterns of behavior is the best term. The patterns of behavior don't track. Look at the down low voting from the House. Not one Republican lost his seat that ran again. Look at the number of House seats the Democrats lost. Look at the Senate is going to go, I believe, in favor of the Republicans with the 2 Georgians. But the fact was, if the weight of voting was so strong for Biden, why don't the down ballots reflect that? So it's patterns of behavior that we've got to look at, and it's a sniff test. This doesn't make sense the way it turned out. And the reason is because people aren't really aware of cyber warfare and what the Democratic Party did to shift those votes.
Man, he's putting it right in their faces.
General, first off, thank you for the service of the.
Now look, he just said that the Democrats, all right, or someone hired by them or working with them, instigated a cyber hack that changed the outcome of the presidential election. That's what he just said. So, I mean, this is something that we've heard about, North Korea, South Korea, or China and all this, but it came from within our own borders. Enemies, foreign and domestic. And I mean, it throws me that there are people who are actually backing these criminals, and they think that they are going to just get a check for the rest of their lives. Do you know that is what they are expecting? These people they're on Twitter just trashing the president. Every time somebody tweets something positive or something that is pro-Trump or talking about this whole voter fraud thing, you get all these damn trolls coming in. These people actually think they're going to get a check for the rest of their lives and they'll be able to sit and take drugs all day. That's what they want. That's what they think they're going to get. And they don't understand that they're going to end up in a damn camp somewhere. It won't be right away, but the thing is like this man said, if Biden was to get in, there would never, ever, ever be another fair election at all. This country will turn into, think about this. These are allegations that are so serious. It defies all reasoning. We're talking about changing a country that is a democratic republic into that will eventually become a communist nation. Can you imagine the number of people that fought in World War I and World War II that are absolutely spinning, not turning over, spinning in their graves right now? That would be just unbelievable. And this is all being done because you got some people that want to make money. But you know what? Really, it's even more than that. Ultimately, look, guys, what these people want, ultimately, is to be able to put their minds or their consciousness in something else, whether it's some type of robot or basically an avatar of themselves. They want to be able to do that and move around, live forever, whatever that might be. I mean, it is unbelievable that they are selling the human race out for their own selfishness. It's crazy. Rather than just say, you know what, just get your ass out of here. Just leave. If you don't like us, leave. No, they want to destroy us, and then they want to go. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh man, but also, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think what's behind this is actually human. I mean, we know, obviously it is the devil, Satan, all that. But see, everyone has always, all I've ever heard growing up was, yeah, the devil, this and that, But guys, there are actually beings that live here as well that are behind this. And I mentioned this before. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna do a little I'm gonna do a little poking around. Yeah, if I can pull this damn screen over here. All right, here we go. What we got? Who got some? Nope, that ain't right. Nope, that ain't right. Just say we only want one party to be able to appear in court in the event. Yeah, a lot of countries have already decided that Biden is the winner. Yeah, but they don't choose the president. Okay. So, okay, so this is what I keep talking about here. The elongated skulls. So, have you guys ever seen this? Now, what they'll try to tell you is that these are examples of trepanation, right? Where the people, ancient people or whatever. I mean, there are people even today that still do this. They call it skull binding or trepanation. But the problem here, like here, these are elongated skulls out of Peru. The problem is that, as you can see, the eye sockets on this skull, they're way too big. Way too big, right? And then on top of that, these skulls are these are not human skulls. They're not human skulls. They don't have the same suture marks, any of that stuff. Let me give you an example here. So this is a human skull, right? Or more human skull right here, right? Let's see. Hold up. I'm gonna give you a straight up human skull. Hold up. All right. So this is an actual human skull, right? These are actual human skulls, right? I'm trying to see if we can see the suture marks. You can kind of see, yeah, here. Okay, so you can see these suture marks. These are where of course the plates on the brain actually grow together. But you don't see that on these skulls here. Some of these skulls are actually like this right here. No, this is not human. There is no skull, no suture mark that comes right down the middle of the forehead. Here, it's a little closer to a human skull, a little bit closer, but this is likely some type of hybrid as well as this. But you can see the skull size. Let's go back up here. We know that is definitely, these are not human skulls at all. I mean, look how large these eye sockets are. Even to that, these things don't have teeth. Like right here, like they have teeth in the front, and then they're missing teeth like right in the middle on the sides, and then they have teeth further back. These are not human, right? But the question is, if these aren't human, where are these things? Now these right here are actually the skulls themselves are in Peru. They were found here, but these skulls have been found all over the world. Okay, in Russia, I mean, pretty much everywhere. But the question is, where are the beings that these, skulls belong to? So there's a lot of different information about it, but they said the people that researched this heavily, they said that these beings, as far as the records go, from the Mayas and the people that were around these things, they said whenever these things mated with a human, the resulting child was sterile. Okay, it's kind of like, I think it's like a horse and a donkey getting together. They can have a child together, but very, very, very few of those are able to actually procreate. I think a horse can get a female donkey pregnant, but even that is not very, not very often or common. All right, so let's see. Let's see what you guys have to say. Friday 13th tomorrow. Wow, that's true. You can bet something's going down. Yeah, bro, XRP. Very true. Very true. It's very possible. Are you referring to lizards or shifters? ML, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if these are. I don't think these are some type of shape shifting whatever. I don't believe that that's the case because they're. I don't know. I don't think that. Yeah, look at the jawline. Exactly. I mean, this is not human, guys. This is just. They're just not. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this right here. Yeah, as you can see, a DNA analysis reveals Paracas elongated skulls were not human. But why is it that we're not seeing this anywhere? Like there's no talk about this whatsoever on mainstream anything. Of course they're hiding this stuff from us. These are beings, right? Nephilim or whatever you want to call them, but the main thing is they are not human. And you know what? They could be inner Earth extraterrestrials or whatever. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea. There's no real in-depth information. I mean, there are a few researchers out there that talk about this stuff, but I mean, we're not seeing one walking around. Look at this damn thing. What the hell is that? What in the hell is that? I mean, seriously. Look at this. I mean, and you want to, I mean, and no mainstream media is really giving this any serious attention. The thought is, now here's apparently another one that was found. Right? Now what the hell this is, hey, is anybody's guess. Could it be this thing right here? Who knows? I've seen some skulls that were absolutely unbelievable. But my whole point about this is that now, oh yeah, right here. So this right here, this is a result. This would be a result. Well, actually, I don't know about that. They're given this skin like this, but I mean, this is a drawing, or actually, it's a bust that was created, I guess. but they don't know. I mean, they're giving it skin that they want. This is their narrative, so they have to give their narrative. Now, right here, this is an example of trepanation. Right? This is head binding, and as you can see, yeah, although the head it's elongated, the thing about it is the brain the cavity that the brain sits in is not any bigger. Okay, it's no larger than if she hadn't had her head, the head binding. But the problem is that these skulls, they're actually, you can see the difference. I mean, look how much larger this thing is. That skull, this skull is huge. So actually, this skull would be an example of a brain cavity being twice as large as a normal human skull. As you can see, where'd she go? Like even here, right? This skull is no larger than any other, the internal volume is no larger, but these skulls actually have, they can be up to 2 times as large. So, I mean, and there it just goes on. There are skulls with horns and all types of stuff. But the main point I'm getting across here, Whoopi Goldberg sister. Whoopi might be elongated skull, man. Who knows, what? Who knows? But yeah, the main thing I'm getting at is, I believe the owners, the living owners of these skulls, are what's behind the things that are what's really behind the things that are happening right now. That's what I've come to kind of suspect. Now, is that absolutely true? Hell, I don't know. I have no idea. It seems like a good guess to me. But anyway, if so, that's unreal. Yeah, I know. Carl, I've never seen these. Are these verified as far as? Yeah, absolutely, Carl. These are authentic. I mean, you can actually. I don't know if you can still go to Paracas and see them, because they I know I'd heard that they stopped. They stopped displaying them. They put them in another area where you can't readily see them. But there's a guy named Brian Forster. You know what? Hold up. Let me look for this guy real quick. His name is Brian Forster. He has hold on. Yeah, Brian Forster. Oh jeez. Maybe if I go. Okay. Yeah, this guy right here. So yeah, so what the hell? Well, anyway, he is the one that really put this stuff on the map, Brian Forster. Let me see if I can find a video, and I'll drop it in the right here. Yeah, so right here, I'm gonna drop this in the chat here, so you guys can check it out. So this guy, he has a lot of videos still, I think still on YouTube. They may have taken some off, but he's actually in Paracas. He's handling some of the skulls in some cases, and he just tells you, what's up about it. I mean, hey, he just says, hey, these are not human. I think he's the one that did the DNA testing, or he got the samples to do the DNA testing. But this is what's up right now, as far as this goes. What would you do if you saw something like this on the freaking street? A fully skinned one, I would say. A fully skinned one. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg's sister. Yeah, for sure, man. Carl, no problem at all, man. Enjoy. I've been on I was looking at this years and years ago. Brian, that guy has been out there for a long time. I don't know if he still is at this point, but I was looking at this back in 2008, I believe. So anyway, I'm doing all this to say I do believe. Are they good guys or bad? I'm pretty sure they're bad. Because you got to look at it like this. We know they're not angels, right? We know they're not from God. They're smarter than us, obviously, because their brains would be much larger. And that being the case, a more intelligent being would be, pretty much be hostile to us. The very fact that if they are still in existence, they're not revealing themselves to us really kind of tells me that they have more nefarious ideas about what's going to be done to us, which would line up to what we're seeing, with this whole COVID thing and, all the things that are happening. Guys, I kind of look at things like this. I don't like beating around the bush. I don't like just, being PC or anything. I don't like that because in my mind, and just from my personal experience, it causes things to not get done. And it causes bad things to perpetually happen. So until you face the music, until you just face the problem head on and just deal with it, it will not be taken care of. Just like the fact that there's so much obvious fraud going on, yet there's still all of this, well, you got to prove it and you got to prove it. Well, guess what? The Democrats don't do that. They have tons of evidence on on Hunter Biden. Tons of evidence, okay? Where they have him red-handed. They have the Dems red-handed even. On and on. Look at freaking Hillary Clinton. All those emails. It just goes on and on. Yet because of this, and I know it's about the laws and whatnot, but nobody really wants to call a duck a duck. That's the reason why we're dealing with what we're dealing with right now, because of the unwillingness of people to really just say, you know what, we need to take care of this right now. So, how do you go through all of this freaking fraud? Joe Biden had no activity around his rallies and what little bit he did. He literally had single digit people, at his little functions, I guess you could call it. Definitely not a rally. So how in the world, and the reason why they put up that whole crap with the circles and all that, trying to stay 6 feet apart, was because they knew they weren't gonna have a lot of people there. They knew that. So they had to give it have a scapegoat. Oh, it's COVID. That's the reason why we don't have a whole bunch of people. We're trying to be responsible. That's a bunch of BS. So we know for a fact, you got all these whistleblowers coming out. You got people that work for this company, Dominion. You got the poll watchers that are coming up saying that they weren't allowed in and all this stuff. Yet we have to go through all of these extraneous measures just to even say, well, we have enough evidence to say that it's possible there could have been voter fraud. It makes no sense to me at all. It makes no sense. I watch his videos. Oh, okay. Holly Molly, I watch his videos. Linda Moulton Howe also covers some interesting topics. Really? Well, what am I talking about? Really? Yeah, I've listened to Linda Moulton Howe. Sometimes she gets a little, I don't know. She gets a little metaphysical. I don't know. But she has some really interesting stuff that, or people that have she's come across. Like, I don't know if you heard about this this military guy that supposedly had been down in Antarctica in some type of like facility under the ice, but it wasn't a human facility and all this other stuff. It was really interesting what she was talking about. Saturnette says, you think the Vatican created the mitre hat to disguise these beings? That could be possible, man. Or Saturnette, I'm sorry, man or woman, whatever. But it could be possible that they did do that, because it's looking like the pharaohs in Egypt. That's what they did. It's looking very much like that they had elongated skulls. So, so that would make sense, being that they were actually looked at as god rulers. Let's see. Oh yeah, Klaus Schwab tweeted, as long as you have your vaccines, you will be a lot of your plant-based protein substance, no lie. Yeah, yard waste. Yeah. So what they want to do, they literally want to feed us paste. Like it's crazy. Soylent Green is that's a real thing. Like they want to grind up plants and feed us paste and completely negate any meat, and they know what that does to people. That's why this whole vegan and vegetarian agenda is being pushed so hard. And all you got to do is look at a vegan. Look at them. I mean, every vegan I know looks like they're freaking dying. If you don't eat meat, your ass will die. Period. Our bodies are not designed to not eat meat. Period. That is without question an impossibility. You will not have a long life if you don't eat meat. You're done. Because our bodies are not designed to get all of the nutrients we need from plants. We're just not designed that way. We're actually carnivores that can sometimes eat non-meats. That's, we can live on grains and things like that for a short while, but we have to have meat. That's where all our nutrients come from. Real nutrients. Author, you will own nothing and be happy. Yeah. Yep. Taste the vegan agenda. Yep. Great taste. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to. I nearly died as a vegan for 4 years. Yeah, you nearly died as a vegan for 4 years. I went way back. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's because every vegan that I've ever talked to, they have to supplement, they have to do all this other stuff. I mean, really, how can you survive? Okay, so let's say there's no manufacturing. You have to live off of what you can get just out there, right? You will never survive if you didn't eat meat, you would never survive. You would never ever survive. I mean, it just makes no sense. And then on top of that, when you stop eating meat, mentally you get into a just this state where you're easily influenced. You have no real will, so you can resist anything, and physically you're completely done. I mean, just imagine. You gotta imagine if these people were successful and they forced us all to go on a vegan diet. Do you know how easily this country would be conquered? I mean, in probably a matter of days. It would be absolutely nothing, with an army of guys, full on freaking steak and all types of other meat and good food, and you're going up against a bunch of skeletons. I mean, that wouldn't go over well. That's what we got. Humans have canine teeth for a reason. That's right, Sean. Yep. I've not seen a healthy looking vegan yet. No, I've never seen a healthy looking vegan. I mean, I tried it for like a couple weeks, and sure enough, like a week or so after that, I broke my ankle. I've never broken a bone in my life up until that point. I broke my freaking ankle, and it wasn't even anything serious. I slipped onto mud, and my left foot was planted, so my right foot kind of went out, and I kind of lost my balance, but I didn't even fall. I just went down on my left leg with it kind of twisted, and it just popped. and I've had much worse situations than that. Never broken a bone ever in my life until like a month after I was only trying that vegan thing for like 2 weeks, but it was like I think it was a couple weeks after that when I broke my ankle. One of my mates went very, very sick. Yeah, it doesn't take long. Some people, like myself, I don't have. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of body fat or fat in your muscle and all that, if you try to go vegan, you'll likely decline faster than certain people. Like women can go longer being vegan because women generally have more fat on their bodies. Okay, so obviously what your body does is when you're not getting the nutrients that the fat soluble nutrients you need, it just turns to the body and starts to cannibalize itself. All right, so the more you have, the longer you can kind of go. But yeah, it's for me. I would never ever try that again. Yeah, most vegans are mentally ill. Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see. Yard waste 2, great taste. My nerves were shot. My eyesight started to fail. In my right eye. Yeah. And you're wondering, you're like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm not eating right, or I'm not doing it right, and I'm not blah blah blah. Well, you'll never get better until you start eating meat. Holly Molly says cows are vegan. Yes, cows are vegan, but guess what? Cows have 3 stomachs. They have very long, large intestines, right? So their bodies, they actually have areas where they have bacteria that actually ferments the food. It actually breaks it down. That's the reason why they chew their cud. So it'll go to the first stomach. It'll get broken down a bit. It goes back up to their mouth. They chew the grass again, and they swallow it again, and it goes through the other 2 stomachs to get. It's something like that. I looked at this before, but it's something along that line. So by the time it gets to the end, they've actually extracted the nutrients that they need. But the thing is, what you'll notice is that any animal that is a plant-eating animal, just strictly plant-eating, they have to eat all day. Like, they have to eat tons and tons and tons of food, right? And we don't have teeth like that. We're not designed that way. That's just, we don't have that ability. I mean, and then on top of that, would you really want to be eating freaking grass all day, or salads and stuff? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I can't even, at this point, I can't even eat. I can't stand salad or any of that, because I used to eat it a lot more than now, but I just can't stand it anymore. I can eat tomatoes, and really the only thing I can deal with would be tomatoes and cucumbers, and then with garlic on it and all that. But that's all I can deal with. I can't deal with leafy. I just can't do the leafy stuff anymore. I don't know why. I just I mean, you give me a steak, I'm good. Holly on couch. Let's see. Airways. One must ask why Dr. Death Bill Gates is in with Beyond Meat. Yeah, absolutely, man. Why is he with Beyond? Why is he into that Beyond Meat thing? Because he wants to kill our asses. That's his whole thing. They know what they're doing, and the fact that fool has not been imprisoned already is beyond me. I don't get it, man. We're here. We are sitting here doing nothing while these people design their plans and put their plans in work. They are literally sharpening their freaking knives while they put our heads in a vice to freaking cut our necks off or cut our damn heads off. I mean, we're Thanksgiving turkeys being prepared to be slaughtered. yet we do nothing. We are doing absolutely nothing at all. And that is just, it's beyond me. I'm not saying that, people need to go out and just beat them up or anything like that. I'm just saying, call these people to the carpet. Make them answer for the things that they're doing. Bill Gates has killed thousands, many thousands of people in Africa. He's killed them. I don't get it. Why is nothing happening to this guy? They know what he's doing. And nothing happens. I don't get it. Yard Waste says, vegans have to eat all day. Yep, it's insane how much time I spent prepping food. Now I throw a steak on the grill, eggs in a pan, and so on. Yeah, that's it, man. You can eat a couple times a day, 2-3 times a day. And that's why in the mornings I have a couple eggs. Like today I had steak. I had steak last night, had steak for lunch, and I was good. Literally, it was a very nice sized steak. I ate that for lunch, and I was good the rest of the day, all the way till, I was, heading to the gym. I had my protein drink and all that, and I was absolutely fine. But I can't even imagine trying to be vegan and working out. There's no damn way. Holly Molly bacon. Well, I don't eat pork, Holly. I don't do that. The pork thing is out for me. There are certain, now, my beliefs tell me there are only certain things that I eat. If it's a land animal, it has to have hooves. It has to have a split hoof and chew a cud. Okay. If it's a bird, generally, it's chicken. You can actually eat pigeons. Pigeons actually are, okay. I've never eaten a pigeon. Don't think I would unless I absolutely had to. Something else that's really strange is that grasshoppers are okay to eat as far as flying creatures. Not like birds of prey, like raptors. Can't eat an eagle or a hawk or something like that. Not rabbits, of course, going back to land. No rabbits, no pigs, no animal with a paw or anything like that. And then, going to the sea, so the only sea animals that I can eat would be, it has to have fins and scales. Okay. So I don't eat catfish. Catfish they don't have scales. They have skin. I don't eat crab or lobster or shrimps. I don't eat any of that stuff anymore. That's really about it. Honestly, I'm good. I have a steak, or I'll have some salmon, or eggs and things like that. And I'm fine with that. I have no problem. I love goat. I love lamb, or sheep, whatever. That I'm good with that. I have no problem with it. Let's see. You think anything happening tomorrow, Friday the 13th? You know what, man? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe, but shit. You never know what's going to happen any day. Considering everything that's going on right now, it's very likely something could go down. But who knows? Just whatever the deal is, just guys, be prepared for whatever. Just always be ready. Keep your eyes peeled and head on a swivel, all that stuff. Just be safe. Let's see. Yeah, Americans do eat a lot of pork. Honestly, a lot of different countries eat a lot of pork. Mexico, man, they eat pork all the time. European countries eat a lot of pork. And then on top of that, some of the pork that they consume is not actually fully cooked. I think it's prosciutto or something like that. That stuff, man. Spain, a lot of people there, man, they love that damn prosciutto, and it's not cooked. It's just cured. I don't trust it. Yeah, and yep, processed meat, no's. That's no. That's a big no. Processed meat, no hot dogs, none of that crap. Crypto dictator, I barf up my good, and chew it again. You barf up your what? Blockchain monkey, okay. Been here since day one. What's up, man? Yeah, hey, man, I'm glad to have you, brother. You have been, too. You have been, man. Yeah, I really appreciate it. You always, carry your peace wherever you go, yeah. Okay, Holly Molly says, it's 13th year, midday, nothing's happened. Where are you, Holly? Where are you? You must be in, where are you? Are you in Australia? You must be in Australia. Yeah, you gotta be in Australia. If it's midday there, yeah, you gotta be in Australia. Oh yeah. This has been a pretty good talk, guys. I know I'm doing all the talking. Yeah, that's what I thought, Holly. Yeah. I always wanted to go to Australia. I want to go. When I saw what was it, Crocodile Dundee. I remember it was like, man. When I first saw that, I was like, wow. I really wanted to go because I'm really kind of a fan of the. For some reason, I'm a fan of the desert. I don't know why. I just always have been, and what I've seen there, I know there's a flat top mountain over there, some type of plateau or whatever. Pretty, and it's like out in the middle of nowhere. It's just this huge flat top mountain out there. I always wanted to go there and check that out. Let's see. Carnes QLD? Is that QLD? Okay, Cairns. Okay. Yeah, I always wanted to go there. Pretty cool looking place. Like I said, I always like that desert. I mean, it's some pretty thick, like, jungle over there, too. And then on top of that, man, y'all got some weird animals. Some damn deadly funnel web spider and freaking crazy stuff over there. Yarway says, thanks for reading the chat. Wondering if you think XRP would turn on by end of year. The way it's looking, man, it's possible, but you got to remember this. When the last bull run happened, the last crazy one that happened in 2017, XRP didn't start to do anything until, I think it was until January is when it started to really make its move. So we might see I think we may see a little bit, maybe by the end of the year back into like 30 cents. And then kind of, maybe on the same. I'm going to say this. First of all, I do believe, number one, XRP is being heavily manipulated. There's too much going on with XRP. Too much for it to be 25 cents. There's something that they're not telling us about. Okay, number one. So, that being said, if things work the same way they did back in 2017, I think that sometime in January is when we'll see like it hit $1 and then just kind of go up from there. I think what was it in February? It really started to get just really kind of go crazy or something. It was, I can't remember when it peaked. I think it was in January when it peaked. But yeah, I do believe we're going to start to see a move even before the end of the year. We're going to see it hit, I'm saying 30 cents, maybe it might be around 50 cents, something like that. And then from there in January, it's really going to take off. So I fully believe we could see $10 plus, very possible. But also I think that's only going to happen if Trump is elected. and I could be wrong about that. A lot of people don't think that, but I saw an article earlier today that someone associated with Biden was saying that they would. I don't know if it said that they would, or they were suggesting that XRP would be listed as a security. So I don't know. I just know if you get a chance, check out that video that I put out there, Bo Poloni video. He kind of laid it out where, if Trump gets in, or Trump is reelected, he says that crypto, gold, and silver is going to absolutely just go insane, is what he's saying. And I think his timeline goes up to either March or May. Let's see. Read about manipulation. Yeah, all we have to do is wait. Yep, absolutely. Berserker, nothing can stop what's coming, nothing. Yeah, man, I hope that's the case, man. Again, I'm just throwing my 2 cents out there. Just with, some of the things that I've seen and what I think is behind Biden. I can't. So this is the thing. There's some other things that I'm involved in, right? And every freaking week we're hearing, it's about to happen, it's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. And this is like pretty wide scale, right? And it has, it's also related to, I guess, in some ways the government and whatnot. But I'm thinking at the same time, I'm like, well, wait a minute. The only person that really cares to, see us do well is Trump. Biden, guys, look. Biden wants to shut the country down, right? This to me is, I don't know. I guess maybe I just see things in a crazy way. I don't know. But to me, if he wants to shut the country back down, he wants to, he gets in to be president. He wants to shut the country back down. What does that mean, right? That means people won't have jobs. They're talking about restricting people to their homes. If you don't have a job that you can, and then even the jobs that will still go on will only last for so long because, this whole thing, like everything depends on everything else. It's a what is it? I can't think of the word, but it's like it's a sympathetic system, right? Like it has to, everything depends on, like the medical industry depends on people working. The company that I work for, they depend on people having insurance, right? For the people that work in the company that I work for them to have jobs. And if there are no people working, well, there are people here. If there are more and more people losing their jobs, companies shutting down, well, they're not going to need as many people in this side, right? So everything just depends on everything else. So if he shuts the country back down, we're talking industry, all types of industries not being able to survive. Already, look what happened during the first shutdown. Look at how many companies shut down. Look at how many restaurants, how many clothing stores, how many small businesses. Guys, it's not going to just stop there. It's not going to stop there. We're talking about the death of this economy. And then people will be depending on the money that the government gives them. And that's only going to be for a little while. So, like I said, if Biden gets in there, I can't see how that's going to work. The only country in this world that will not be shut down will be China. Okay? That's it. Look at what's happening already. Europe is back in a lockdown. There are several other countries already being locked down again. There are very few that are not doing this. So how is it that if all the supply chains are killed, even if you do, we'll just say, okay, Everything's shut down. XRP goes to $1,000. What the hell are you going to buy? Where are you going to buy it? Where are you going to spend your freaking money? There are no restaurants open. There's nobody around. So you're sitting at home, a millionaire, and nowhere to go. I mean, come on. How is this going to work? How is that going to work? I mean, I just can't see that. And then they're talking about, Biden is going to, he said, I'm going to listen to the scientists. Well, guess what the scientists are saying? There needs to be a 10-year lockdown. What do you think that's going to do? It's going to destroy the world. This is not about making you rich. I'm sorry. It is not about making you rich. It's about taking control of the globe. Period. Once they do that, they're going to bring in these freaking vaccines. They're going to bring in the contact tracing. They're going to lock you down. If you don't obey, they're going to take your ass to a camp. Believe me, that's what this is about. So, no, if Biden gets in there, I don't care how much XRP gets to, it won't matter at all. I'm sorry, but I had to go on that rant because I keep hearing people. I just see people talking about, well, XRP, it's going to go to blah, blah. What the fuck does it matter if you can't go spend any money? If there's no food to buy, what? All the grocery stores are fucking shut down and you're depending on them to send the food truck by. I mean, come on. And yet you're a millionaire. What the fuck good is that? I mean, damn, you might as well be on a freaking desert island somewhere. How much money? Okay, you find yourself marooned on a freaking desert island, but you're a millionaire. Okay, you don't have a boat, you don't have a plane, and nobody knows where your ass is. What good is it that you're a millionaire? That's the situation we're dealing with. I mean, come on. Let's just game this out. That's the reason why it's so important to have the right person in office. That's what these Democrats don't understand. That's what these kids out here who think they're going to get a check for the rest of their lives don't understand. It is over. Life is over as we know it. Period. They will monitor everything you do. You will only get access to the internet if you ever get it on, certain times. You won't own anything at all. Somebody was just saying that. You won't own the clothes on your freaking back. You won't own a car. You won't own your home. And in fact, they're going to put your ass in a little tiny ass apartment and separate you from everybody else. And if you're single, oh my God, you're going to go crazy. That's the life. That's the life they have for us. That's what they want for us. They don't give a damn about us. They would rather see us dead. That's what it's about. So, yeah. I posted in the... Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with you guys. Posted in... Chip saw it. We'll check out next. Stuff was coming. Yeah, Trump, believe me guys, Trump has a plan. He wouldn't be sitting back and, next week actually they're planning on coming out with something. So, right now I think what they're doing is just gathering the evidence, and then they go into the discovery phase and all this other stuff. So, don't worry about it. Trump is going to get back in. I have every confidence that right now is not the time for all of this. All this stuff is not going to happen. This is just a kind of a foreshadowing of what will come. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. It's coming. It's coming, okay? Everything that they have planned is coming. It's just not right now. When will it be? I have no idea. Hopefully it's going to be quite some time, but it's coming. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that whole reset, and see, that was another thing too. We all got pulled into this whole reset thing. That is a bunch of, it's crazy. They're resetting humans. Reset to zero. When you reset, it means going to zero. So, take that how you want it. And then we need a plan for being a millionaire without access. Yeah, there's no plan needed for that. You'll be a millionaire, but there's, how are you going to have access? But the thing is, guys, like I said, Trump is going to get back in. There's all of this. This is all too overwhelming, right? It's too overwhelming. They pulled their cards a little bit too early. It's not going to happen right now. Okay, Trump is still he's going to remain the president. It's not going to happen right this minute. So don't worry about that. I'm just talking about the things that are, I think that are just important to talk about. We have to understand what it is that we're fighting for. The reason why we need to be as vigilant as possible against these people. And I'm talking not just after this election. We need to keep hitting them until they are gone. That's the only thing that's going to preserve the future. But if we don't do that, if we start just laying back and relaxing after this election, it's going to come right back. It's going to come right back. No one is doing time for a walking corpse. Yeah. I don't care much about it. Oh yeah, the IMF. Oh yeah, they love us so much. Slow rolling, Trump will win. I have no doubt. Yeah, Diesel Hound. Yeah, Trump is gonna win. Trump has already won. Okay, you got to remember, he still has the Electoral College. Okay, this popular vote is one thing, but he'll win. He'll win. No, that's not a problem. Just also like the world order proving ground. Yeah. Australia is getting hammered right now. Morris Prince says, so what are the odds that we all freak out and rebel? There are way more of us than them. Sound like torches and pitchforks. Well, see, you know what, man? Morris Prince, I think action, really what's happening right now is the sane people are trying to let the law prevail. Okay? That's what's happening right now. So they're saying, okay, well, let's just get Trump back in there and then, we'll be good. But if Trump doesn't get in there and they steal it, because we know Biden, there is no chance Biden won, period. So if they somehow were to steal it, it'll be a reckoning coming. Believe me. Let's see. Patriots are controlled. These people are stupid. Even the left didn't. Chip is saying this. Even the left didn't think Trump would win that big. Had to stop the courts. Plan B, expose himself. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Chip. They didn't realize how popular Trump was and how much turnout there was going to be. They even threw away thousands, tens of thousands of ballots, and they didn't count tens of thousands of ballots for Trump. Yet Biden barely won. Even with all the cheating, he barely edged out Trump. So what does that tell you? XRP stacks, NRP stacks. Trump may have over 75 million votes. Yeah, absolutely, Chip. He might very well. Americans have the guns, ammo. They're doing everything to take us out. Yep. I don't think they're ready for it. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for what's going to happen if Trump doesn't remain president. They would do better trying this in in 4 years. They might be better doing it like that, but even then, I think now they've woken up people and sensed everybody. Yeah, I think they're gonna have a hard time trying to pull anything. They're gonna have to go a different route. Remember how happy the Aussies were to give up their guns? How was that working out? Yeah. Yeah. Australians, I mean, it's so funny. You get so many people from other countries trying to talk trash about us having our guns. Well, guess what? The reason why we don't have a bunch of police coming to our houses and trying to crack our heads all the time is because they know that once they get people riled up, oh, it's over with. F that, I stocked up. Yep. First they come for your guns. Yep. Then government health care, all about control. Yep. That's exactly what they do. That's the plan. Can I call into the show on speaker? Sean, go ahead and let's see. You can, go ahead and call my phone, and I'll put you on speaker, and we'll see how that works out. OJ, Orenthal Jones. Oh yeah, there's no path for Biden. Yeah. All right. What's up, man? Yeah, I can. All right, maybe. No, I'm gonna put you on the speaker right now. One sec.
No, I just had to say something about something you just spoke on.
Okay. All right, so you're on speaker now. Just ask everybody if they can
hear me.
Can everybody hear Sean?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
All right. Can everybody hear Sean? Go ahead and do the testing again.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Hey Chip, can you hear? Okay, Yarway says he can hear you. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so here's something you just touched on that kind of blew me away, and I've been thinking about this all day. Biden, you said Biden just edged out Trump, even with tens of thousands of ballots across the country getting thrown out, right?
Right.
And that's been happening day of election and during the mail-in ballot process. So my problem is that leads credence to the whole voting ballot machine dominion thing that the general just showed, that you showed earlier, that said that, hey, this system, this application is designed to make sure that Biden wins, but only by 3% to make it look, respectable. But if you have tens of thousands of ballots being thrown out, plus, I don't know if it was Michigan or Wisconsin, where 14,000 dead people voted. I can't remember if that was Michigan, Wisconsin, or Pennsylvania, including Joe Frazier, including Will Smith's grandfather.
Right.
So with all that taken into account, and if you put it all together, there's no way. And I was telling a friend of mine, I haven't said anything to you, Free Corner, but to another friend, and I actually put it in the chat on the Twitter thread, that if you, oh crap, I almost lost my train of thought. With all that said, there's no way, and I told my friend, I said, my prediction was that Trump was going to win by 60% of the total vote. Not necessarily the popular vote, but with, you know how each state says, oh, Trump won 53 to 47 or blah, 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 that when you culminated all that together, it would be 60% of the vote, which means he would win the popular vote, even with the entries entered in California. And that's my belief. I've been sticking to that, and all the information that we've been getting out with all the fraud and everything else, it's starting to lend credence to that. It might not be actually 60%, but if you add up all the total states and do an aggregate and an average, 51 to 48, Alaska, I think Trump won 59 by 39, whatever it is, that it's going to total up to be 60% of the vote. I think overwhelmingly the country wants Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Not because they like his tweets, not because they like his personality, because they like what he's done for the country, period, in the story.
Yep. I fully agree. Fully agree with that.
I didn't mean to go on that rant. It's your show. I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries at all. No, you're right, man. The country, I think, man, I wouldn't be surprised if 70% of U.S. citizens want Trump. I think because it shows in the rallies. It shows in the support. Who wants Biden? I mean, who would want him? So, yeah, I fully agree.
In one of the rallies that Trump did, I can't remember which state it was in, there was enough people in there to fill up Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Minus about 5,000 people. Out of 70,000, and you're only short $5,000? Come on. In
Yeah.
one state, in one locale, it wasn't even the whole state. And then there was another rally he did in Arizona, and Trump actually said, hey, how many people are from Arizona? And the crowd goes, yay! Then he says, how many people are here from California? And the cheering was even louder.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yep.
That doesn't happen.
Man.
And then when he did, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump actually won, pretty much every state. I doubt, I'd be surprised if, I know, you know what, I bet anything he didn't win California.
Yeah, see, the only thing about that is California has so many Democratic voters, and if they have to use the Dominion election machines, I think that's going to be hard to prove, only because of 55 electoral votes.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota, I think he won. I think he won Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't think that they'd be able to prove it, but I don't know, man. I think he might have edged Biden out just a little bit in California. I could be wrong, but there are a lot of people in California that like him. There are a bunch of idiots out there too.
And if Trump, his tweet earlier today that said that 2.7 million votes were switched from Trump to Biden, that gives him the popular vote.
Right.
And if he has any kind of data to prove that, then it's a wrap.
Oh yeah. Just wait till Monday. Wait till Monday. That's they're gonna bring out some crazy stuff on Monday.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
But listen, brother, I didn't mean to hold up the stream. I had to speak on that.
No worries. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it. Time to go to bed.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah. So go ahead. Tell everybody I said peace. And I'll get back in the stream real quick.
All right. They heard you. All right,
man.
later.
All right, take care.
All right, guys. So, yeah, nothing can stop what is coming. Chip, I think you might be right about that, man. You definitely are. And if nothing else, that is your truth. No problem. I think that's that's the truth for all of us. And I think that nothing can stop Trump from being president again. Nothing at all. Once Trump is in, nothing can stop the bull run that's going to happen. Because I think, personally, with the other stuff that I've been dealing with, right, I feel as though Trump has been holding things back because he doesn't want to empower more of the forces that are against him. Look, guys, there are some things going on that it's related to a whole lot of money. a lot of money. So I just really feel like Trump is holding back, like on the bull run and all. Because think of how many people. Now, don't get me wrong. This is just a theory, but think of how many people would actually be fully funded. I mean, like crazily funded, if there was a huge bull run right now. You know, I don't know. Just something to think about. Hey, no problem, Sean. Yeah, it was my pleasure. That was the new Q post tonight. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing can. Oh, okay, Chip. I didn't realize that. You know what, man? That's something we got to talk about. I want to talk about Q. I want to talk about Q, guys, because I know a little bit about it. There's some things that I'm missing, so we got to talk about Q. Yeah, I know everything has to be. That's really what he's doing. I mean, I know he can't just go in there and start arresting people and all that stuff. He doesn't. He wants, and see that really speaks to him being a good leader. He wants the respect of his, of the people that follow him. He wants their respect. All right, guys. Again, I really, really, really appreciate all of you guys. It was taking time to actually get into more than 10 people on the chat, and now we've done quite well tonight. So you've been following Q since day 2. Oh wow, okay, that's been a while. Hey man, Ron, I don't know, man. How do you know? So tell me this: how do you know Alex is an asset of Mossad? How do you know, man? Because I look at it like this: I don't see anybody else talking about this stuff. I don't see anybody coming out straight up, just hitting it hard like that. There are things that Alex does that I don't like, but you can't just say things without proof, right? That's what Democrats have been doing, and they do. So what do you have that shows that this guy is some type of agent? I mean, they just launched a caravan of support for Trump to Washington, D.C. They're on every day talking about everything that's going on. I mean, he's been doing this for the last 25 years. I mean, and everything he talked about back then is happening now. So, I mean, if he's an agent, he's doing a terrible job at it. He's doing a very, very horrible job at being an agent. So, I don't know. Okay, I mean, Tor says, I check that out, man. He goes off on, he takes truth and goes off on crazy tangent. Well, the thing is, man, you got to remember, there are things that like, for example, if even for myself, there are things that I know, that I've experienced, I've seen. If I started talking about that stuff, because you've never seen it or you don't have access to the information that I do, you would think I'm crazy. And if you're constantly getting information that you can't talk about, then I mean, how do you think that's going to make you look? Because you're holding back information, yet you're seeming crazy because you're talking about things, but you can't be direct when you're saying this stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking at the fact that he's been doing this for 25 years. All the stuff that he has done, the stuff he talked about is happening now. I don't know. I can't see it. I can't see it. Could I be wrong about that? Absolutely. But I just can't see it. I can't see it. Well, that's his personality, man. Yeah, he does scream and freak out, but that's his personality, man. We're all different in our own ways, you know what I mean? I can't fault him for that, right? I know a lot of people that, I know some people that are way too calm. And, you talk to them, they're just like, oh, yeah, my cousin died. I'm like, dude, you don't care? Oh yeah, I care. I love the guy. Yeah, but he was killed. I mean, is that person wrong? No, that's their personality. So I can't fault him for that. I mean, I want to see where he's telling people something and intentionally misleading a person or people to, get a desired effect, yet he knows this information is false, right? So that's what I'm talking about. I can't look at his personality. That's just him. I mean, I want some hard facts. Let's just deal with the facts. Show me something. If anybody has anything that can show me that Alex is a Mossad agent or whatever, that's what I'm talking about. Because I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying, give me the facts. That's what I want. So, anyway, that's all I want to talk about, guys. I got to go. But I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate it, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, have a good night. I really appreciate it again. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.